To start this filling, you're going to need a few things. First of all, you'll need a fabric that's been prepared to have the filling put into it. So you'll need the overcast stitches done here on the sides and the needle weaving done here. You'll also need some number 12 pearl cotton. I'm using this DMC B5200, which is their Snow White. It's a little too close for the camera to focus on, but DMC has two whites. One is just called white or blanc in French, and the other one is B5200, and that's a whiter white. And when you're using white in a design, you shouldn't mix the two whites if you want all the whites to look the same. The B5200 will make the regular white look dirty. You'll also need a number 26 tapestry needle. And you're going to want to cut a long length of the number 12 pearl cotton, probably about 1.5 yards, and thread that into your needle. Secure your thread in the back of your work. I like to secure mine in the 4-sided stitch, which is this square stitch along the edge here. And come up in the corner of your work. Pull your thread all the way through and plunge down in the opposite corner. I should mention that before you start to do the foundation threads, which is what we're laying right now, you should make sure that your fabric is as taut and square as possible in your embroidery hoop. If you do filling stitches like this and your fabric is not square in the hoop, you'll find that it will never be square after that. The filling stitches will permanently warp the fabric. So for the best results, you'll want your fabric to be very square. I ran my thread underneath the overcast stitches on the side here to make sure that it was nice and secure. And now I'm going to place another foundation stitch across the other diagonal. And these foundation stitches should be taut enough so that they'll support the work that comes after this, but they shouldn't be so tight that they warp the fabric. Again, I ran my thread underneath the overcast stitches on the side here, and I'm going to come up halfway across that side and go down on the other side halfway. And I'm piercing these overcast stitches, but if you want, you can go in through the hole at the base of the overcast stitch. Just make sure that you are being consistent in how you do this. Again, I ran my thread underneath the overcast stitches and then underneath the needle weaving on the side here to come up in the center of this woven bar. And now I'm going to go down in the center of the woven bar on the other side. And you can see I pulled that a little bit too tight. I'm warping the woven bars, so I'm going to loosen that up just a little bit. Now I'm going to come up from the back of the work in this space here, which is across from where I plunged down at the back. And you can see that this one bar, this one foundation thread here, has a thread underneath it now. but we're going to treat those two threads as one when we do our weaving. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to weave around in a counterclockwise direction over and under these foundation threads like this. And that's one full circuit weaving over and under the foundation threads. And now I'm going to pull that tight around the center. And you want to do that without moving where the center is. So if it moves, you just want to push it back to where it was a little bit. You want the center of these foundation threads to stay in the center. Now I'm going to weave twice more all the way around. Now you can see that we formed a tiny little circle in the center of our foundation stitches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch techniques, and instead of weaving over and under, we're going to go under the next bar that we would have gone under. And then we're going to go under that one again and under the next one. And we're going to go under that last one again and under the next one. And we're going to keep going in that manner all the way around. And we want to make sure that the wraps around those foundation stitches stay close into that center circle. So you can push them in with your needle. Now you can see that I've worked my way all the way around the circle once, doing those little back stitches, and I'm just going to keep doing that, filling up the space, making a wheel. And you can make this wheel as big as you want it to, all the way out till it touches the sides, or you can make it a little smaller than that if you like that look a little bit better.